It's the Brad Arthur approach, mate. Don't mess with the footy fullback.
And we're straight into it, mate. How are you? Anyway, let's kick things off here.
I'm good, Bernie. It couldn't be better, mate. Good win on the weekend, and it's Magic Round week, so pretty happy, pretty chuffed, pretty excited.
And now you're going to Magic Round, so what happened last year? I know you went last year. We won last year, didn't we, against the Warriors?
Yeah, we played the Warriors. It was Jake Arthur's debut. Mitch Moses was out with his dodgy calf.
Too, didn't he?
He did. He did.
What a difference a year makes, mate.
Last year we were giving him all big raps. We were so excited to see him make his debut. 12 months later, we're like, thank God Brad didn't pick him.
Thank God he's not in the team. What a difference a year makes. But now, just quickly on that, we won't harp too much on Jakey Boy because he's copped enough flogging the last, few weeks.
Yes, he has.
He played very well in New South Wales Cup on the weekend. He played very well, and that's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be in New South Wales Cup, honing his halfback skills. So if Mitch goes down, he's good to go like that as a halfback because it's such a specialty position. Now, BA said that he just picks his top 17 and then he slots them into position. That's the wrong way to do it. If you've got a specialty player, and now halfback is, and none of us have any qualms throwing Jake Arthur in when Moses is injured. No one says shit.
No, exactly.
Everyone's like, okay, well, he's injured. You don't want to ruffle the team up too much, so you either stick in Jakey Boy or even Hayes Perham can play, halfback or 5/8, and I'd rather that than shuffle the whole team up and you end up having like Kenny Edwards playing 5/8 or
We've had some shocking 5/8 selections over the years, mate. I feel bad for Jake because out of all those shocking selections, he is actually a half.
That's what I mean.
But it was never a question. It was never a question of Jake coming in for an injured Mitch Moses or an injured Dylan Brown.
No,
it was Dylan Brown being shuffled out of 5/8 in career best form to play centre.
That's the only thing that people were annoyed about. I mean, and it's starting to be annoying because people are saying that it's, we've got this vendetta out against him or whatever, but that's not the case. I mean, we love anyone who represents us, anyone who's in there, giving it a swing on our behalf. And that's what he did. It was just pushing Dylan out to the centres that we didn't like. It was like, there's no need. You can bring some Wiremu Greg in or Cartwright in, and that problem's taken care of. And that was the only thing. There was no, cries of anything when Jake came in last year. No one said nepotism or no one said, he's a fair income halfback. So he deserved to be there last year. He won us the game. What else can you ask for? I mean, he did. And now it's all gone sour. And now, there's a bitter taste. And now what happens when this kind of shit happens is you get the 10% of crazies who will just, no matter what Jake does now, they'll be on him. You know what I mean? Like, he'll be like, and that's not us. We were blueing because Dillbags got pushed out. As soon as Jake comes back in to fill in for Mitch when he's injured, 100% support him, even if he loses us the game. It doesn't matter. Like, he's there doing his best. I don't know.
No one says anything with the kid. No one says anything when the kid's coming in for an injured half. When a specialist half is coming in for an injured half, that's fine. Yeah. When your specialist 5/8 is playing centre, for no reason other than to accommodate coach's son,
nepotism.
Then nepotism calls. Then that was the only problem. It was nothing against Jake ever. We said nothing bad against Jake. It was just.
And we pumped him up. And it's just like, let the kid learn his skills at New South Wales Cup. Just let him in there. And on the weekend, he had a great game. Now, it's much better for him to be in New South Wales Cup having a great game than sitting on the bench, not playing any minutes at all, which is what happened to Cartwright again this week. Now, I don't know what the hell BA is doing by only playing 16 out of 17. Now, I go back to what I keep saying this, and it's like Sean Lane is a brilliant player. Now, we saw in Spates, he was just folding some people. He was, in defence, he was hitting, he was scoring tries. He was just, he was a monster. And then he gets fatigued. Why can't you bring Cartwright on? I understand BA saying, I don't want to bring a guy on when the game's on the line, it's 10 minutes to go. I don't want to bring someone fresh into. That's fine. Why not bring him on at the 30-minute mark? And
why not?
First half, and give Sean 10-minute break leading into halftime and halftime, and then he's out for a full 40 minutes fresh. Why not just use him that way? I mean,
exactly. Like, don't start him. Don't start him. Let the boys tire a few Panthers players out. Then bring him on for the impact minutes before halftime and after halftime. Then he's off the field by the time it gets to crunch time. So if you don't want him costing you the game, he's not on for the last 20 minutes. Then you have your full strength squad out there.
Then you've got
trying to win you the game.
Fit Sean. He's not tired. He's out there. And he doesn't look silly. He hasn't got halfbacks running around him or anything. He's able to keep up. It just doesn't make sense to play 16 versus 17. Now, we saw on the weekend with the Sharks, they went down to – how many players did they go down? They lost 2, didn't they? So they were down to 15.
They lost 1 with a straight send-off. That was Kennedy, I think, their fullback.
So it was 16 versus 17, and then someone went to the bin.
And then someone went to the bin, so it was 13 versus 11 for 10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
And they still won the game.
And they still won the game. But what they started to do is they started to look at the record books, and they're like, when was the last time that a team won with an hour left to play? 16 versus 17. Well, we'll do 12 to 13, because that's what it was. But,
I think they meant on the field.
On the field, yeah. So,
because off the field or on the bench, Parramatta's done it for twice this year, 16 versus 17.
So, I mean, you had 11 versus 13 for a period of time, and they were all saying, they're gone. But what we're basically doing is we're putting our team at a disadvantage every time we do that, because if you just look at an energy bar of the team, like that's the team's energy bar for the match, it's 17 people. You straight away cut it down to 16 people. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. You're shortchanging yourself.
Yeah.
You're shortchanging, and whoever's got to play the extra minutes in the second row, maybe it was Laney or Maddo or whoever, they're being shortchanged as well, because, Paulo and Junior and Reg are getting rotated as per usual, and whoever else, Maddo and Iceman are getting rotated as per usual. But if it's Sean Lane that's got to pull the extra stint because the guy who should be playing second row in your position for at least 20 minutes isn't coming on the field, then you get Sean Lane out there tired again, or whoever it is that had to pull that extra stint.
So the argument that I read was that Maddo was going to have to come off for Cartwright to come on, and Maddo was playing out of his skin, so you don't take him off. That makes sense, but I don't think that was the plan. I think the plan was just to keep Cardi on the bench in case we got injured, and he had to come on. That was the only way he was going to get on. Now, touch wood, we didn't have any injuries, so it was it's good that Cardi didn't get to play, because that would have meant that we were injured. But I people will yell at me and say just enjoy the fucking victory, and
just enjoy the win. We have.
Yeah.
But now it's Teamless Tuesday, and round 9's behind us, and now we're looking forward to Magic Round. The Roosters, a hard team. They're not playing great, but they're still the Roosters with Tedesco and Kiri.
Yeah, they did. They started to click a bit on the weekend. They've got a good team, as we said.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up the Penrith game because we're on a positive, because I haven't seen the boys play like that for a long time, and they were so good. They turned up. Their skill level, the completion rate, everything was just brilliant. Every single player played brilliantly. Even our trainer managed to get on and spoil Cleary's kick.
Yeah.
He had a great game. The trainer had a great game.
So, he did. He might be up for a suspension this week, though, mate. We'll see what happens.
I think he will be. But, that's what happened the last time we played. Their trainer got done. So I think there was a little bit of return fire. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. But
I don't think that was intentional, but he did run past the team huddle and then past the posts rather conveniently. So I don't know. I'll have to watch it back, but that was I didn't notice that obviously live, but that was
I didn't notice it either.
Sneaky.
It was in the first half. Now the NRL have come out with their ruling on this, and they say that no rules were broken. Now apparently what happened is there's rules in place that players aren't allowed to run across and distract the kicker. If they do, then the kicker gets another kick. But there are no rules whatsoever in place for trainers. So now there will be, because of us, there's a rule. But
it's cool. But I think the biggest telltale sign of that too is Nathan Cleary wasn't exactly jumping up and down running another kick.
I don't think he was.
So it's not like
I didn't see it.
It's not like Nathan Cleary didn't even. Yeah, it's not like Nathan Cleary pointed at the trainer and said, "Hey, can I take that again? Is that legal?" It's not like it. Nathan missed a kick, but it's not like he blamed the trainer for. He didn't even give it a second thought. He didn't.
He didn't claim it. He didn't. And he would have claimed it. He's a little bitch, so he would have claimed it if he had seen it. So.
Yeah, well, the Cleary boys are both Ivan and Nathan are a little bit in the ref's pocket of late, you could say. Unbiasedly, so. Yeah,
I mean, it's hard for me to jump back and support them when they're playing for New South Wales. Cleary and
I don't have that problem, but that's all right. I can hate them all year round.
He's so annoying. He's just annoying. Like him ragdolling Reed off the play and pushing his head into the turf, and everything is just.
This cheekiness and this arrogance is spreading from the players to their fan base.
Yeah.
So it's like
the Viking clap. I know.
The entirety of the Penrith organisation is starting to ruffle feathers and get under skins and become rather hated. Actually, Melbourne might have some competition in the most hated club department sooner rather than later.
I was getting text messages from mates who are Roosters fans, from Tigers fans, and they're saying thanks for knocking them off their perch. Like they just hate the Panthers so much, and. I started to see it a bit, it was just, it's not even, I don't know, like every time they score a try, does Luai have to jump up and put his balls into one of his mates' faces? I mean, it's, every single time someone scores, he jumps up on top of the huddle and starts rubbing his groin on someone.
Oh, man, they're celebrating like they just won a grand final every try. It's arrogant, man, it's arrogant.
It's completely arrogant, and fantastic win. Well done to the boys. I think
I said before the game, because I wasn't confident, obviously. I don't know if any Parra fan in their heart of hearts was totally confident in us coming away with a W, but I said I didn't care if we won. I just wanted an 80-minute performance we could hang our hats on.
Yeah.
And, well, hey, look at us. We got both. We got the win and our best 80 minutes of the year.
We really did. And I know exactly what you were talking about. Like at the start of the game, I was watching it with Nick, and she was saying, and I said to her, like an hour before the game, I said, are you ready for the Battle of the West? And she's like, nope. And it's like half an hour before the game, you ready for the Battle of the West? She's like, nope. It's like kickoff, you ready for the Battle of the West? Nope. And then right at the end of the game, I'm like, yes. And she turns and she said, now I'm ready for the Battle of the West. Like, she's like, because you just know, I mean, once again, I don't want to harp on negatives, but Mitch Moses shutting down a game, he's not good at it. I mean, why he passed that bullet pass out to Pinasini on the wing with 3 minutes to go on the second tackle. I mean, you just don't do that. You just get your forwards to smash it up and
you waste time. You just run clock. That's all you need to do.
Clock, but they ended up scoring off after that, and then all of a sudden they're back in the game, and then I don't know, like it's just no need for it. And Cleary had a shot to level the game up. I mean, they should never have been anywhere near leveling the game up. We'll go back to the positives. Brilliant win. bouncing back from the Cowboys loss. Cowboys looking really good.
They are genuinely looking good.
They are looking good. And
we didn't lose the game on kick-outs knock on either. That was good.
That would have been annoying. But, Eels of the past would have spat the dummy on that and gone, you're against us. And then they just, stop trying kind of thing. And not this team. This team is
this team's resilient mentally and physically. So, yeah, we're very happy. And let's not forget, we're not at full strength yet either, mate.
No, and they were.
Mike is not back yet. Wang is not back yet. Sean Russell just started playing cup again.
Murata
Mike is another. Murata.
Murata's going to be a big one. Like, we've got a lot of players, a lot of strike players coming back. Murata is a big, powerful runner defensively. He's just folding people. Like Sivo, I'm not sure with what Sivo's. Not sure how to bring him back into the team. Like at the moment, I'd rather Sean Russell, to be honest with you. He had a good game at the New South Wales Cup. Someone got injured. He wasn't supposed to play the whole game, but he ended up playing the whole game because someone got injured. He had to stay on for the full 80, and he ran it out.
Got through it okay?
Yeah, scored a try in the first 3 minutes. Jake Arthur had a good game. This is what we want. We want.
Jake is, Cup's Jake's level for now. He's playing with it. Brad said it in the. We'll send Jake. Jake's gonna go back to Cup. Yeah. He's playing with his mates. The spotlight's not on him. He's not going to get burnt by the bright lights of the NRL. He can relax. He can pass. He can get his confidence back. He can find a rhythm. He can hone his skills, and it seems like all of that came together rather nicely for him on the weekend. So I hope that continues.
Yeah.
Until a time that he's ready to take another bite at the first grade cherry.
And we'll support him when he's there to play halfback. I'll support him in halfback next to Dylan. And you will as well. I think everyone will, and it'll just, galvanise the supporters again. And I don't want the kid thinking that we all bloody hate him because it's so far from the truth, and I did read an interesting comment saying with his body shape, he needs to put more muscle on and not play halfback, like maybe a back rower or something, like because he's got that long.
He's got a second rower's build, doesn't he?
He does. So if he could, that's a possibility for him. He's only 19 years old. I mean, we'll let him grow into his bloody his pins. But I thought that I went away obviously last week, and I haven't missed the Eels game in a long time, but we're in an area, we're on the Hawkesbury River, so we had no reception whatsoever. And we were in the boat, we came into reception, and I saw that we got absolutely flogged by the Cowboys. So it's the first game I've missed in a few years, and it sounds like it was a good game to miss.
It was.
But we did call it. We said it was a danger game for us. We said that they're coming for us. They're a well-coached team. Like, they have been coached well, and they're like a champion team versus a team of champions. Like, they're a danger team moving forward. I think the Sharks, the way that they played on the weekend, danger team, 11 versus 13, incredible effort. Although
absolutely.
That being said, apparently Nico Hines is playing fullback this week, so they're doing the switcheroo, which I don't agree with. Once again, it's like you're training this guy to be a halfback, and every week he gets better as a halfback. Now, he was playing fullback at the Storm, fill in, but don't shuffle your team. I think the Sharks are going to get burnt by this, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look at our team, mate. Well, we don't really have to, do we? Because it's no changes. It's exactly the same as last week.
1 through 17.
Yeah, 1 through 17. It is number 1 is Clinton Gutherson, the King. Had a great game against Panthers, I thought, mate. He showed good hustle, to get the 6 again, and there was a couple of other things he did really well when he saw that Kikau had some sand in his vagina, had sore eyes. They went down that wing. That was such a good play. Number 2 is Hayes Perham. Had a good game as well. 3, they all had a good game, so I'll stop saying that. 3, Will Penasini. 4 is Tom Opacek. Good to have him back. 5, Bailey Simonson gets better week and week.
He does, week on week.
Yep,
yes.
He's just getting better and better. 6, Dylan Brown, he is maintaining the rage, playing out of his skin. 7, Mitchell Moses. Once again, a little bit worried at the end of the game. He's got to learn to shut these games out for us. But anyway, 8, Regan Campbell-Gillard, brilliant game. 9, Reed Money, played the 80 minutes. And look how well we do when he plays 80 minutes, and you go back to the finals of last year when he wasn't there because he was injured and couldn't beat the Panthers. We've got him on for a full 80 and we win the game. His game management is incredible. And I can't believe we're letting him go. I say it every week. I mean, he's talking about dumb decisions. What a player of the future. And not only that, he's probably not going to play State of Origin because Harry Grant will take his spot. But if, we've got a State of Origin hooker in our team, he's at that level. And if Harry Grant's not playing, he will be playing for Queensland. And it's taking a hell of a play to keep him out. But anyway, 10, Junior Paulo led the pack. 11, Sean Lane. What a game. He had a great game. He was phenomenal. 12, Isaiah Papali. Speaking of phenomenal, he just stepped it up, I think, against Panthers. He really ripped in. 13, Nathan Brown did what he had to do. Wasn't fantastic, but he definitely did his job. 14, Macca came in, made his cameo. 15, Ryan Madison, probably the best game he's had all year, I think. He can hit, he can fold some people. His statistics, he's one of those statistics players when you come off the field and you look at statistics and you're like, holy shit, he ran this many meters, made this many tackles, but you don't really notice it during the game. But he's just one of those players. 16, Oregon Kafusi, and 17, your man Bryce Cartwright didn't take the field, mate. What's going on there?
Typical BA decision. I think there's plenty of scope for a player of Bryce's caliber to take the field.
Yeah.
Once again, he's worried about throwing a player out there in a close game. Do it earlier.
Throw him in earlier. I mean, what do you think of Oregon Kafusi? He was a bit quiet, wasn't he? I didn't really notice.
Yeah. He was a bit quiet. My standout. Saw Isaiah Papali's stats after the game. Insane. Was absolutely phenomenal. It was like 160 run meters or something.
Yeah.
It was next level. And Ryan Madison as well, Sean Lane. He always pops up in big games, man. He's rocks and diamonds, but against Melbourne, he was there. Against Penrith, he's there.
Yeah.
He loves getting up for a big game, doesn't he?
He does, and if you could just give him 10 minutes break going into halftime, either side of halftime.
Give the man a rest.
Give the man a rest. He's a monster. And not only that, we keep saying it, but I'm sure he's conserving his energy, and I don't even blame him. There's certain times of the game you can see him thinking, I'm conserving, I'm just putting it into bloody neutral for a bit, and I'm just going to, ride the tides. And I don't blame him at all, because at the end of the game, you don't want to have Cleary and Luai running at him, and him being stuck in the mud, because he'll get found out.
Exactly.
And everyone will be calling for his head, and it's not fair. So, geez.
But we didn't see that either.
No.
That was a game that was played from opening whistle to final siren. And Sean Lane was there at every contest. Yeah. Every contest Sean Lane was put in, he was there, and he was winning most of them. And so was Matto, and so was Iceman, and so was Reg and Junior, and Reedy chiming in, and Mitch chiming in. And Gutho might finally be out of his funk. He had a great game.
He had a great game. There was some second effort stuff that he did during the game, which was just, Gutho of old. It was King Gutho. That was our team taking it to a premiership level for 80 minutes and getting the better of the Panthers. Yeah.
It shows what this squad can do.
Lane didn't look like he was tired this game. You're dead right. I mean, granted, the Cowboys game was in, searing humidity up in Northern Territory, and they all looked stuck in the mud up there. But I still think I still think that it's I still think that it's an incredible team, and I just think that we need to play 17 on 17. So
yeah, it's an incredible team that's not back at full strength yet too. That's the most exciting part.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine
Murata's not there. Yeah, imagine when Murata's back, when Wonga's back, when Wakasivo's, he might be a little bit
over from 10
later.
Meters out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
And we get to run them all into the finals. They're all going to be coming back, getting their groove into the finals.
Yeah.
And hopefully our injury bug can fuck off finally, and we can keep some cattle.
I
haven't seen it. Yeah. That was one of our big things last year, was staying injury free, but unfortunately at the most crucial time we lost Reedy. Yeah, and 100%. This year I'm hoping it's flipped the script and we've lost all our injuries are out of the way in the first half of the year, and we can roll into the finals now injury free and just get this momentum building and get this team to a chance to win the premiership. Because that point you made about us rolling into September now, that we've knocked off Melbourne already in Melbourne, we've knocked off Penrith in Penrith.
Yeah,
I do think we have to play them both again towards the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely the Panthers. I'm not sure of Storm, but probably.
I think we do. I think we do have to play them both again.
Yeah.
But coming into September, we now have that psychological little chip of, hey, we knocked them both off already this year. Yeah. And they're going to know that going into the finals. It's like, sweet. We beat Melbourne in Melbourne. We beat Penrith while we were under strength. Yeah. We didn't even have our full contingent. Yeah. And we beat Penrith in Penrith, broke their streak. This team's got a lot to believe in and a lot to motivate themselves.
It's got a lot of depth. It's got a lot of power. And the funny thing is, going into State of Origin, it doesn't look like we're going to lose anyone other than Junior. I mean, Regan deserves a shot, but he may not get it. I think the only person that we're going to lose is going to be Junior Paulo. So we pretty much kind of keep this team together throughout the Origin period. And, mate, the Roosters, we're playing the Roosters on Sunday. Magic round, 4:05 p.m. a Sunday afternoon. I think we're going to be up for this. We seem to get up for the big teams now. The Roosters are still a big team. So I think mentally the boys will be like, we've got to get up for this team. So I've got no problems of them playing like if we were playing Canterbury or Warriors, I'd be a bit more nervous. I know the boys are going to step up for this one. You'll be there cheering on, mate. And
we'll
be back next week and hopefully celebrating another victory.
We'll recap it. I'll tell you what the win was like from the stands, mate.
That's it, mate. Take some photos.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. We'll chat with you next week and go Parra, mate.
Go Parra. Let's go, boys.